Hi everybody, Sarah Outlaw from Real Food Outlaws, Natural Health Improvement Center of South Jersey and 9021 Organics here today. I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to make vanilla extract. Now it's probably too late to make vanilla extract for this Christmas because you need a long time to let it steep, but keep it in mind for next year for a really awesome gift. So I was just at the store picking up some supplies. All you need to make vanilla extract is a mason jar with a lid, a sharp knife, a dish or a cutting board. You need some kind of bourbon, so I use expensive bourbon, so either use Jim Beam or Jack Daniels for the vanilla because it makes it really better. You don't use the cheap stuff, it's not good. And try to buy one, make sure it's in a glass container, so you want to always use glass containers for everything. And then you want good quality vanilla beans. So I get these from Frontier Co-op, and they're really good. They are just whole vanilla beans and they are organic, so I prefer organic vanilla beans. So it's really easy. All you do is you count out 12 to 15 vanilla beans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So I'm going to do 15, so I have 15 vanilla beans right here. Now what you do, and I'm not going to cut them all up and show you because I'm just going to kind of demonstrate. So all you have to do, and you're going to get little vanilla beans, they really smell good. You're going to get little vanilla beans on your fingers. So all you do is you cut them open. So can you see, so you just take your knife and you hold the one end, so be careful you don't cut yourself, and you just cut down the middle and you open up the vanilla bean. So you slice them down the middle and it's going to open up the bean. So you want to make sure you open the bean up. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to get close to the camera here. So then you just take this and you scrape down and you're going to get the vanilla beans out of the pod. Okay, so then you just take those vanilla beans and you just scrape them into the mason jar. So you're going to see they're all going to go in the bottom. So you go through and you scrape out every single one. You don't have to get all the beans out because you're actually going to put the beans in there. So you're going to take the bean and put it in. So you just take as much of the center out of the vanilla pod and you put them in, and then the rest of the bean you just throw in. So you just put it in the jar. So you go through and you do that to all of the beans, and I'll do that later, but I'll show you what you do. So you put all of the, it's going to get all over your hands. Your hands will smell amazing the whole rest of the day. So then you take after you have all the beans in, which I will do that later, you take your bourbon. You can do this with vodka too. I prefer the taste of the bourbon vanilla, and usually when you get vanilla in the grocery store, it'll say the bourbon vanilla. That's really, it tastes more rich and more, it has more vanilla taste. So then you just take your bourbon. Oh, it already smells really good. And you pour it all the way up here. So pour that all the way in. Oops. Now I'm going to leave a little space until I get the rest of my beans put in there. So once you have all of your beans in, which I will do at some point, you put the lid on really tight and you leave it. Now, the longer you leave it, the better it is. I like to leave it for 6 months. The minimum you can leave it is 6 weeks, and it's not going to be as good of a bourbon vanilla if you do that. Once it's done, you can always give it a little bit of a swish every couple of days or every so often to kind of really stir it up with all the beans in there. I use these 4-ounce amber bottles with lids, so you can get them on Amazon. So just go to Amazon.com and you get these little, see the lids there? So you have these little 4-ounce amber bottles with lids, and you can make little labels. So I have these little labels with vanilla beans on them. So you can make your own little label. And what you do is you take one of the beans that's in there, or take a fresh bean and split it and cut it in half, because a whole bean usually won't fit in here. There's actually one in here from before. And then you put a vanilla bean in the bottle, and you pour using a funnel, which I don't have any funnels right now, but you can use a funnel, and you pour the vanilla in, you put the lid on, And if you want to shrink wrap it, if you want to get some shrink wrap, you can get some that from Amazon as well that you use a blow dryer for. Or if not, that's fine. Just make sure it's sealed really, really well. And then all you have to do, so I have directions on mine. So on my label it says, use in baking, teas, coffee, desserts, and more. Keep vanilla bean in bottle and refill with bourbon 1/4 empty. So you can keep refilling this from your main jar as much as you want. Excuse me. And then these are really great gifts. So I give these as gifts. So they're really cool. So that's how you make bourbon vanilla extract. It's really easy. Those are the supplies. The recipe is at realfoodoutlaws.com. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day, guys.